Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Writer here. Welcome to another video discussing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, but it's actually primarily discussing how that pertains to Power Rangers Future. This was a video I thought about doing before Once and Always aired, and I decided to do it after. That's a fun fact. It's not really. I wanted to discuss, again, do we think we're gonna get more specials like this after Once and Always if this does well? The answer is, I don't know. This is just sheer speculation. I just thought it would be a fun topic to discuss in light of, all the discussion around Power Rangers Future. Because as of this moment, as I'm recording this, I can't speak to any news that will break after I hit upload and all that stuff, or you watching in the future who's in the apocalypse where Power Rangers doesn't even exist. But as of this moment, there's no news or rumors or anything about another traditional adaptation season or a special, because usually I think we're past the point where people would find out about casting sites or whatever rumors of the next Sentai adaptation or rumors of another special. Obviously I don't think they would be planning another special in advance. I think if anything, and they considered doing more, they would wait for the performance of this. But the point is, as of right now, there's no traditional rumors of a traditional next season. How many more times can I say traditional? What we have on the plate is the reboot, which is still in motion. So it seems like for now we're at least taking a pause. I know that this is always a hot button topic, but I think at this current moment, as of when I'm recording this in time and space, the plan is to take at least a pause on the main universe to give the reboot a shot. That doesn't necessarily mean it's dead forever. I mean, not the reboot, but the main show. But I am curious how the performance of this could affect the future. Now, I do find it extraordinarily unlikely, and maybe I'll eat crow by saying this later, that if this does so well, they'll abandon the reboot and just go for something like this. I think that they've invested enough time and stuff in the reboot that they're going to give it the old college try. Why did I say that? What am I, 57? But regardless, I think they're going to at least give the reboot a shot. But I think if this does well, it might open the door for possibilities. And that could just mean keeping it in their back pocket, maybe if we are doing good enough in Power Rangers, we could have some specials in between reboot shows and seasons and do Once and Always specials and stuff like that. Or maybe it's kind of hey, this did decently well. If the reboot doesn't work out so hot, we can go back to doing something like this, or the traditional show. I feel like most people are probably going to say they'd rather see Sentai adaptations again. And it's weird because we definitely aren't starved for MMPR content. There's definitely too much MMPR content sometimes. But I would almost rather see something like this, a special kind of building off of this story in between reboot shows if they decide to keep the main continuity around, rather than seeing another Sentai adaptation season. Just because they kind of left an interesting base here where you could capitalize on the nostalgia of MMPR for the casuals, which I think brings in more audience than the tiny hardcore fandom. But it also, even though it was very MMPR-centric, it laid down a lot of connections to the Power Rangers universe, so it opens up a lot of possibilities, where you could have an ongoing series of specials that's maybe about Min and the others finding the next generation of MMPR Rangers to recruit. That could be fun. I'll honestly maybe do some original costumes. I feel like that's going to heat people up, because they're going to think they're going to be like Cosmic Fury. But some more intricate-looking original MMPR 2.0 costumes or something, I don't know, but recruiting the next generation, kind of a Cobra Kai sitch. Sorry I said sitch. And, include, the characters like Billy and Zach as regulars. It seemed like David Yost is very into the reboot and stuff, so I can't imagine he would not want to return for this. And, I think it could be cool to do a Cobra Kai-esque situation, although obviously not of the same quality, where maybe we have a storyline about recruiting the next generation of Rangers, but also get some focus on the older Rangers, because I thought that was one of the strengths of the specials for me, was the focus on Billy and Zach. And I enjoyed their character development in that. And it made me so curious about, their life in between. And it would be interesting to explore more of their characters, where they're going, maybe get a little insight into where they've been. And then that kind of format also opens it up to possibly bring in other Rangers. We obviously focused on the Rangers we could get back for this. But, let's say, for example, the main cast has Min and Billy and Zach. And although, to be honest, I don't like Min all that much. Her performance was just so awkward. Before I wanted to make this video before the special, I'm oh yeah, maybe Min's gonna be the future of this new MMPR specials if they continue, but then I'm I don't know, no disrespect, but it was really awkward. But conceptually, it could be cool. Now, picking up where I left off is let's say we have Min and Billy and Zach, and then a couple new characters as the main cast, and then you could rotate in reoccurring members. You could have Rocky come back, looking good Rocky, he can teach the new generation about pachinko. And then you could have Adam actually come back and do something. You could even, if the specials do well, bring in other characters. You could bring in Wes. You could bring in other characters. No, that makes it sound like I can't list anybody. Wes, Eric, 98 others. No, but you could do that. Like, that would be kind of neat to have kind of a series that you would meet different Rangers from different eras. Kind of keep it sort of like tonally and like aesthetically focused on MMPR to keep the casuals locked in. But that could be kind of cool. This is all just sheer fan speculation, fanfic spinning out. But the bottom line is I think that if this does well, that they'll at least recognize that as something for like potential. And I think it will do well. I'm not sure how well. All's Wells that ends Wells. Man, I miss Wells. He was such a good characters on The Flash. Anyway, I think this will do well. I don't follow the numbers as intensely as other people, but I definitely always see, or at least most of the time see, when people tweet out or post that, like, usually when a new PR season drops on Netflix, it's like within the first couple days or the week, it's in like the top 10 trending on kids' Netflix. So it does decently well, obviously from that, and obviously from the fact that Netflix wanted to partner with them in the first place. And I think this special will get an extra boost because it's MMPR, because if PR is already doing decently well amongst the casual viewers and the kids that are watching Power Rangers on Netflix, they're going to get a boost from the older fans that want to check it out and, you know, the people that grew up with MMPR that happen to stumble upon it. So I think, I mean, just predicting, again, I don't know as of this recording how it's going to do, but it's going to do a little bit better than the average PR drop of something like Beast Morphers or Dino Fury. I guess Dino Fury is the only one that's been a Netflix original so far, but you know what I mean. So I think that that could be something to pay attention to. And again, I would almost rather see something like that, rather than have to go through with the, you know, oh, what Sentai are we going to adapt? They ruined Sentai. I'm sure we're still going to have to deal with the Sentai purists even after the reboot, but I'd rather deal with that and have like little individual specials and branch off of this and explore the PR universe more, as I'm more excited by that, than have to deal with that drama. I mean, personally, again, I'm still totally okay with taking a break from the main universe and just restarting, because so long as the comics exist for me, that's kind of the main universe, and I kind of think of that as actually the prime universe since it's a little bit more put together. So, like, I don't feel like we're losing anything for me, but I think that it could be valuable to at least keep something around if this does well. Kind of give everybody a little bit of what they want. Like, even if I wouldn't care about it, I know there's a lot of people that the classic PR formula and the Toku format is important to them. And I think if they could ultimately get to a place where we could have the reboot and then something like this having specials or maybe little mini-series every now and then, you can kind of have the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana style. You know, I think that could be beneficial. I think right now it's in a weird place because I feel like Hasbro is worried about investing too much. Like, I don't think they're going to be like, okay, we're going to do a reboot, keep the old show in the animated series. That would be too much to invest all at once. I think they're going to try the reboot first and try one at a time. But it would be great to get to a place where we could give everybody a little bit of what they wanted. I think that would be smart. That's in a way what Star Wars is doing right now, which I kind of liked about the recent announcement, where you're doing stories way far in the past for the people that want like the origin, Dawn of the Jedi stuff, probably eventually Old Republic. You got kind of prime stuff, you know, with the Mandalorian stuff and the New Republic, kind of original trilogy-esque era, and then we're going to go far in the future. And so that's kind of given everybody that wants a taste of different eras what they want. And I would love to see Power Rangers get something like that, where you can kind of give everyone what they want. And maybe that would make people more accepting of each version, because I feel like a lot of people are already against the reboot because it feels like they're taking something away from them. And if it's not being taken away, then maybe they'll give it more of a chance. But I think it'll be interesting to watch, to see what they do with this. And I certainly think there's people behind the scenes that would be on board with more. But what do you think? Would you like to see more Once and Always-esque specials, or would you rather see, 10-episode adaptions like Cosmic Fury or something of the like, or something in between, bouncing back and forth? Let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.